¿Qué tal, comunidad? Aquí habla su abogado Rey Ibarra Maldonado. Feliz viernes. Ojalá ustedes y su familia disfrutaron mucho ayer la victoria de DACA. Y ya estamos de regreso trabajando duro para un Dream Act. Primero hablamos en inglés, después vamos a ir en español. So we're talking today, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you got some rest last night after partying hard for the DACA victory. Hope everybody enjoyed that. And now we wake up to this morning with a new order from the Phoenix City Council, from the mayor, requiring face masks. I want to say thank you to my man, David Solano, one of the great members of our community we have here, an amazing public speaker, teacher, and coach, who dropped off his Solano No Limit Hoops mask for me. And now I'm styling and loving this mask. So what we got here, one, the order doesn't go in place until tomorrow morning. Even if it did, I could still do this because I'm obviously in the comfort of my beautiful office here. A lot of people have been asking me this morning, what does this mean? Can the cops arrest us now? You know, all the kind of questions about this order. I want to go straight into it. So if you can do me a favor, give us a like, give us a share so that people can be brought into the conversation and they can be informed. We're going to go over the order, the FAQs put out by the city of Phoenix so everybody understands. And I do these videos often. How I gauge it is like when I start getting a lot of Facebook messages, a lot of text, people saying, can you explain what about this, what about that? I just say, hey, might as well go on and do a video and then I can refer people to that. So thank you so much, everybody. If you've reached out and I haven't responded, hopefully you're watching this video so you can get your answers right here. And as always, any questions you have, drop them down below and we'll get to them right now. All right. So let's get over there to the city of Phoenix. This is their FAQ where they go over the order and address frequently asked questions. So first, what are the face coverings? They're basically saying anything that covers your nose and your mouth. It can be a bandana. It can be one of the fancy ones like these, David Solano. It can be one of the plain ones like this. And if you are doing this one, I learned a very valuable lesson yesterday. There's wire up top, which denotes it as the top. So don't be putting it on backwards and doing interviews on TV like I was yesterday. Make sure they're on the right way, covered over your nose. All right. So back over here, when or who is required, and we're just going over the Phoenix one. All cities are coming out. What I'm seeing is that most of them are very similar. So Phoenix being the largest one here, we'll go over that. How much are the Solano masks? Let's go. Daniel wants that. My man David Solano, come on in, man. Now's your time. Now's your time to close the deal. Here we have anybody under the age of 6 does not need to wear the mask, right? So 5 years old and or ages 6. Yeah, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you are good. Nothing to worry about on the mask. And people are to use them when they're away from their homes, whenever they're within 6 feet of another person who is not a member of their family or household. Now, the big question is, well, who is accepted from this? So we have the first one here, children under 6 years old. We have anybody with a medical condition, mental health condition, developmental disability, or are otherwise covered under the ADA, Americans with Disability Act. People whose religious beliefs prevent them from wearing a face covering. Can I still go to a restaurant? Yes, you can. Do you have to somehow stuff the food between your masks? No. Restaurant patrons, while they are eating and or drinking, but this seems to imply from the car into your table, you should have the covering on, and vice versa when returning back to your car or walking home. And again, this question a lot today about the exercise. Are you telling me if I'm going for a run, I have to have my mask on? Individuals exercising outdoors or while walking or exercising with people from the same household, if physical distancing is 6 feet from others who are not family members, can be maintained. All right, so exercising outdoors, essentially there seems to say you're good as long as you're complying with physical distancing. And people engaging in organized group or team sports, I hear there's some soccer tournaments for the youngins starting this weekend, and it doesn't look like those folks will be forced to wear masks while they're out there playing soccer. And exercise or other physical activities where it's not practical or feasible to wear a mask or physically distance. And I think they're talking about like swimming, right? You shouldn't be wearing a mask in the pool. People in settings where it's not practical or feasible to wear a face covering, including when obtaining or rendering goods or services, right? Dental services, medical treatment. Probably if I'm getting my hair cut, it can be on. If I'm shaving my beard, then it needs to come off, or it can come off, right? Do I need to wear a face covering while this has probably been the biggest question. When you're exercising outdoors, you're good, as long as you're doing social distances. And here comes the kicker here with the gyms. Persons exercising indoors must wear a face covering when it's difficult or impossible to maintain physical distancing of 6 feet. So if you're at that gym and you're getting the lift on, you're getting your swellage on, if you're 6 feet away, it seems like you can pump out those reps, but make sure you have that mask there handy with you as well. If I work outside, you work outside, you're good. You don't need the mask if you're doing the physical distancing of 6 feet, all right? So that's also acceptable. What to do if I go out to eat? Very clear here. Sorry, I have that down too low. Restaurant patrons do not have to wear a mask when they're eating or drinking at their table or seating area. They should make every effort to physical distance nonetheless. The restaurant staff must be wearing masks. If I have COVID, yes, still have to. If you had it before, yes, you still. We don't know about the immunity they're saying here. And here we go. Look it. Let's be realistic, all right? Number one, we are again getting close to being number one in the state and not the country of COVID taking off. It's an embarrassment. It's a shame. It's a disgrace to constantly be on a number one list of something we don't want to be number one on. Number one list of racist states towards immigrants for a very long time. Now the number one list of COVID cases. So we need to do something. We need to make a change. We need leadership. Ducey couldn't provide it, but props to him. If you can't provide the leadership, then step out of the way and let somebody else lead. And that's what he did. And local officials are coming out with this. Let's try this, they're saying. See how it works. Hopefully it slows the curve. My fear, my anxiety, I obviously have it over COVID. I have loved ones who are elderly, people who are immunocompromised I care deeply about. And I'm in fear of something happening to them. And just in general of having to read stories about people who are sick, and obviously getting sick yourself is nothing you want to experience. My fear with this order is this next part, all right? How will this requirement be enforced? We intend to lead with education, providing information to the community. That's what I'm trying to do today. Just give you an update, and here's what it is, here's what it says. And then the next word here. Officers. Oh, man. Officers will work to educate the public on this order, and when possible will have masks on hands for those who do not have one. Upon complaint, another heartbreaking set of words. Available officers will share information with residents who are not in compliance with this order. This will include CDC guidelines, etc., etc. So, we're giving tools. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. This is the part that bothers me. We're giving tools to Karens to pick up the phone and say, there's a bunch of brown kids not wearing a mask. There's a bunch of black kids not wearing a mask. We're giving a tool for officers to have a reason to walk up to people of color and begin to, I want to call it the word interaction, look for something a little bit more fearful than that. I saw a video yesterday of a young boy, a black boy playing basketball in his driveway. He sees a cop coming down the street, he hides. cop drives by, he goes back to playing basketball. And, his dad shared the video and said how heartbreaking it was for him to see his son doing that. But that's the reality that we live in. Me, as a person of color, the number of times I've been pulled over from my teenage years, mainly during my teenage years, I can't count it. I don't know how many times I've been pulled over by law enforcement and told I was driving too fast, I was driving too slow, I didn't put on turn signal. All was just complete BS. I was a brown kid, right, in the car with a lot of bass. So we're giving another tool here to officers. And to me, this is such a big rationale for defund the police. Do we really need armed officers who are, again, close to the lead in the nation in shooting people, to give them another reason to walk up to folks in a time right now where we're seeing so much violence come from the police? I don't like it. I wish there was a different agency. This is when we're getting to the conversation of defunding the police. Can't there be another agency that's not armed with a gun, that doesn't have the blue curtain, that doesn't have that mentality of aggressive first and cover yourself later and plan something fake, to be enforcing this, right? Is there some kind of city employees? This is simply civil in nature. It looks like the max you can get is a $250 fine. Can there be some other department? And I don't know. I don't know if there exists a department right now, Parks and Rec or whatever folks are doing. If places are closed, libraries are closed, Parks and Rec's closed, but you can still get a paycheck from the city of Phoenix. Can these folks be like some sort of, mask education committee team that can go out and help out folks as opposed to the police? That is my hope. That's my goal. And that's my fear anytime government takes some sort of action mandating something. Nonetheless, that's the order from today. Let's get rid of this damn COVID-19 as soon as we can and get back to it. Questions, comments, or concerns, let them out. Voy a cambiar a español. ¿Qué tal, comunidad? Aquí es su abogado Rey Ibarra Maldonado. Como siempre, es un gusto. Lo que estamos hablando ya es el nuevo orden del alcalde de Phoenix, diciendo que es mandatorio que usamos cubiertas faciales. Primero, si usted conoce las palabras correctas de usar cuando estamos hablando de eso, pone en los comentarios, porque aquí estoy viendo muchas diferentes cosas. Básicamente tenemos que cubrir la nariz y la boca, ¿ok? Excepciones. Personas me están diciendo, abogado, pero ¿a quién tiene que hacerlo y quién no? Básicamente tiene que pensar que este orden es para todos que están afuera de su casa, en la ciudad de Phoenix y otras ciudades también están haciendo la misma cosa. Aquellos que tienen condiciones médicas, condiciones de salud mental, discapacidad de desarrollo, ellos no tienen que usar las máscaras. Niños menos de 6 años, también, ¿no? Si tiene niño de 3, 4 años, no tiene que ir y ver. Yo puse uno de esos en mi niño de 5 años hoy y nada más salió ahí así. No tiene que ir a buscar una máscara especial o nada si tienen menos de 6 años. Personas cuyas creencias religiosas les impiden cubrirse la cara. Clientes de restaurantes mientras que comen o beben. Si está dentro del restaurante comiendo, obvio no tiene que tener su máscara. Individuos que hacen ejercicio afuera, que están caminando o haciendo ejercicio con personas del mismo hogar. Si está afuera jugando con sus niños, jugando fútbol, básquet, lo que sea, no tiene que hacerlo. Sí pueden mantener distanciamiento físico de 6 pies de otras personas que no son de su familia. Personas que participen en deportes organizados o grupo en equipo. He escuchado que ya empezamos este fin de semana con soccer, con fútbol. No tiene que usar. Ejército, otras actividades físicas donde no es posible cubrir la boca. Swimming, ¿verdad? Estamos hablando de nadar. Y personas en entornos donde es práctico, efectivo de usar, como servicios dentales, servicios médicos, ¿verdad? Eso es lo que estamos hablando. Dice Paul aquí, I'm sorry for blocking you there. Dice, qué bueno, it's the right thing to do. Que poniendo las máscaras aquí. Tengo que usar cubierta cuando estoy haciendo ejercicio. Eso es probablemente la pregunta más principal que he recibido hoy en la mañana. Abogado, ¿qué tal con ejercicio? Si están en aire libre, está bien, ¿okay? Pero también tenemos que pensar aquí en el gimnasio. Si va al gimnasio, usted es una persona muy buff, tiene que hacer sus pesas para hacer su show, está bien. Las personas que hacen ejercicio en interiores deben usar una cubierta para la cara cuando es difícil o imposible mantener un distanciamiento oficio de 6 pies. So, están diciendo ahí, básicamente, si está más de 6 pies de alguien, están diciendo su ejercicio fuerte, no tiene que tener la máscara. Si es una máquina aquí, dos personas de ahí, están diciendo que tiene que usar su máscara, ¿verdad? ¿Qué hago si salgo de comer? Básicamente está haciendo de su carro donde estás sentado, usarlo. Cuando estás comiendo, bebiendo, no tiene que usarlo. Cuando regrese a su carro, tiene que ponerlo otra vez. Todos que trabajan en el restaurante deben tenerlo todo el tiempo cuando están trabajando ahí. Ok, y eso es lo que básicamente quiere la ciudad de Phoenix, la mayoría de ciudades de aquí. Y es bien obvio, comunidad, que estamos en un estado muy mal por esos números que están subiendo mucho. Y lo que tenemos aquí ya es el gobernador diciendo, yo ya no quiero ser líder de este estado, voy a ponerlo en las manos de las ciudades, hacer lo que ellos quieren. Y muchos de los alcaldes, incluyendo hoy la ciudad de Phoenix, que empieza mañana a las 6, hizo un orden así, diciendo cuando está en público de usar algo para cubrir su nariz y su boca. Puede ser algo formal aquí, como hizo mi amigo David Solano, eso es aquí, ¿verdad? Puede ser uno como este, también puede ser una básica, pueden ser una bandana, lo que sea, nada más tiene que tener el nariz y la boca cubierta. El problema que yo tengo, yo 100% apoyo una estrategia diferente porque es obvio lo que tenemos o que tuvimos no sirvió y los números estaban subiendo mucho. Pero lo que yo quiero enfocar aquí y la razón por que yo no me gusta esta parte del orden es aquí. Está dando a los oficiales un poder otra vez a estar con la comunidad de nosotros en un tiempo donde hay mucho conflicto entre la policía y nosotros. Hemos visto tanto la ciudad de Phoenix, especialmente violencia por parte de la policía. Han matado a mucha gente. Yo no quiero dar más poder a la policía de tener otro argumento de venir a acercar a mí, a mis hijos, a mi familia. Quiere que ustedes andan ahí con su violencia, con sus ideas de siempre proteger sus propios mismos y decir mentiras. No, gracias. También está diciendo, si una persona blanca, un Karen, habla diciendo, oh, mire a esos hispanos en el parque sin máscara. Otra razón para que la gente pueda marcar la policía en contra de nosotros, a mí no me gusta. Lo que yo prefiero, lo que yo quería, es una agencia que no es la policía que está responsable a educar a la comunidad, a dar máscaras a la comunidad, a hablar con la gente cuando están ahí, para estar seguro que no usamos personas con armas cuando están intentando hacer nada más algo civil, algo de salud, en vez de usar la policía. Aquí no dice claramente police officers, ¿verdad? En lo de inglés dice officers, ¿verdad? Déjeme ver dónde estaba aquí, estaba un poco más claro. Aquí la palabra officers para mí significa police officers, pero a lo mejor ellos ya están pensando en eso y van a buscar otra agencia. Ojalá que sí. ¿Okay? Eso es lo que estamos hoy. About an office workspace. Aquí lo que tenemos arriba, lo que dice del office. Déjeme ver aquí. Let's go back over here. Ay, perdón, gotta put the question up first. What does it say about an office workspace? Let's go over here. And businesses whose employees interact with the public must require employees to wear face coverings. Businesses also have the right to refuse service to anyone not wearing a face covering. All right. That's what we're talking about for the workplace. If you're working outside, it said below, if you're doing social distancing, you would not need to, right? So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Any other questions, comments, or concerns, or if you're watching later, feel free to drop those down below. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I'll drop the link down here so you can read these as well, and share them with any friends, family that has questions. Go straight to the source there. Thanks so much, everybody. Hope you have an amazing weekend.